squash cannon.
Your squash cannon.
My squash cannon.
Shoots butternut pumpkins. They're heavy, they'd hurt. Wouldn't want to get hit by a butternut pumpkin.
Could you imagine?
I want that resource, I don't want my bike. You what, getting franged in the head with a butternut pumpkin shot out of a cannon?
I feel like you'd end up with brain damage 100%. Framed in the head.
What, do the more charitable assaulters use like a butternut, a Kent pumpkin?
Charitable?
Bit smaller, bit softer maybe?
No way, the butter...
Less aerodynamic, so it's a bit slower. Velocity is slower.
Kent pumpkins are way bigger than butternuts.
Yeah, but the butternuts are kind of shaped like a football. You'd assume they'd probably go through the air a bit better. They'd keep their speed as they travel, I bet.
Only real dicks use like Queensland Blues. Could you imagine? You know, it's bad enough the thought of... Hello?
What?
Let's collect the charges.
Okay, what would be the most deadly vegetable to fire at someone?
A Queensland Blue pumpkin.
Yeah?
I mean, like, are we talking, like, in the world, or are we talking, like, Australian pumpkins?
In the world, like...
Well, like, one of those big-ass Halloween pumpkins.
Aren't they built to be hollow, though, so they can be carved properly?
Yeah, but they still... have you ever picked one of them up?
Wouldn't you prefer, like, a solid mass? I suppose they're pretty big, but that's
They're still got a lot of weight to them. Like, imagine having that. Like, having... Someone has a trebuchet in their front yard, right? And you step onto their property...
I'm not talking about a trebuchet. I'm talking about a specifically made cannon for firing pumpkins.
Yeah, but...
A handheld one.
Okay, well... I don't know if it could be hand... Well, then that's another thing. Like, it has to be... holdable.
Okay, has to be holdable.
So, it can't necessarily be... It can't necessarily be...
A ginormous oversized pumpkin.
Yeah, like it can't be a Queensland Blue. You know, even a butternut's kind of pushing it a bit.
No, butternut's fine. You can get some of them that are relatively small.
I mean, you know, like obviously there's the potato cannons, potato guns. Yeah. You know, they're a thing already.
Yeah, but potato. I feel like when it comes to lethality, potatoes are chumps.
They're pretty solid.
You
know,
I'm talking more big and comical.
Yeah, but I wouldn't exactly like to be whomped in the head by a potato. I feel like I'd end up with a bit of brain damage.
Hey, why'd you do that to me, Forza? Well, what do you want to be whomped in the head with then?
I mean, preferably nothing, but...
You've got no choice but to be whomped. Like...
Well, like, okay, so... Are we trying to just create the biggest damage area? Or are we just trying to do the most, like...
What?
Have the most lethal vegetable?
Most lethal. Something that'd take you out quick. And look spectacular, by the way.
Well, I think, of all things, like especially if we're talking like portability, I reckon a carrot gun, right?
Carrots, yeah, they can be pretty dang solid.
Right, because they're a solid vegetable. They're pretty solid. And, you know, they've got a pretty, like, pointy shape. At a high velocity, even though they're a blunt object, you could pierce skin with them because they have such a small surface area.
True.
You know, you could totally...
True, so we're settling on the carrot?
I mean, well, unless you have a better argument for... Oh,
I think a carrot's pretty solid. It'd be a pretty good thing to shoot at someone.
We couldn't let you do this alone.
I mean, it depends. It depends on how well they fly through the air, I suppose. You'd have to test it. Because, like, if you fire it out of the cannon lengthways with the idea of trying to make it pierce the skin with sheer blunt force trauma.
See, would it? Yeah.
Would it start to spin in the air and just flop them like an orange?
Would it even make a good enough seal in the cannon to be actually like shot out with enough force to do damage? Like, are we better going for a sloppy vegetable that we can just stuff in there and make a good seal?
Well, you want sort of the most. What's this? Get the superconductor. There's nothing here, sir.
Oh, I'll take it anyway. I'll take the nothing.
Oh, is this it here?
Oh, that's it. That's nowhere near where it was giving me the prompt.
No.
Coursing through this.
Oh, I got double superconductor. Now what do I do with it? Superconduct.
Head back to camp and then
Now I can audit taxes. Yay.
See what? Something you could also do as an idea, thinking of portability, because like even potato guns are a bit excessive. They're very large. You could use something like a clay target shooter, the one they use for the clay pigeons at skeet shoots, and cut out discs of sweet potato.
They're pretty solid, sweet potato.
Could you imagine being whacked between the eyes with a disc of sweet
Whacked
potato?
good, yeah.
Some disc of sweet potato.
Let's just change the rules of paintballing and just be like little chunks of sweet potato.
Even a little chunk of sweet potato would hurt.
Wish you stumbled.